It's the new year, we got more cursed airsoft to look at.
What the hell is even that?
Did you know that only 2% of people that watch these videos are actually subscribed? That breaks my heart. Let's get that number up. Now let's look at some airsoft nightmare fuel. Yeah. Holy crap, this is a gas blowback M4 with an underbarrel blowback Glock 18. I have so many questions about this build. First off, how do you even carry this thing around? It has to weigh about 30 pounds at least. The dude who runs this thing has to curl mountains or some shit. I love the dude's argument for why he needed an underbarrel Glock. Forward grips do nothing. Figured I needed one that does something. That's some metal shit that I love to hear. Both of these replicas are blowback, by the way, so if he started letting this thing rip, it'd probably feel like firing an actual machine gun. Like he'd probably have to lean into this thing to move and shoot it, which is wild to say about an airsoft gun. By the way, this build has to be extremely expensive. It's probably at least 3K when taking in consideration the guns and the mags and everything else needed to make them work. But it makes a legitimately sick gun. Honestly, not even cursed. This is a badass build. So this thing from a distance doesn't look that bad. If I saw an airsofter with this thing in hand, I would say it looks pretty sick. But holy crap, when you look at it up close, it's stroke inducing. First off, that grip just does not look right. It looks like he ripped it off a Galil or something. Next, it's an AK-74 with a 9mm mag conversion kit installed, which my brain is struggling to process. Just get a flipping PP-19. It would be cheaper than doing this to your AK. He's got a red dot mounted on the handguard despite having rail space on the dust cover. Not that he'd be able to aim this gun considering it has no stock. He also has what is, in my opinion, the ugliest foregrip ever. I just think it looks less like an attachment and more like an adult toy. But that's just me. Overall, this build is just straight up uncanny. I wouldn't go so far as to ban him from life, but I think this guy should at least be forced to stay 50 miles away from any airsoft gun ever. This is an airsoft gun that is trying so hard to be a paintball gun. I don't understand why anyone would want something like this. Someone really paid $1,500 for this nightmare build. Legitimately has all the worst features of a paintball gun without any of the good. It has the weird offset gas tank, which would make sense in paintball because it has to balance out the hopper, but since in airsoft there's no hopper, you just get a weirdly angled monstrosity. If bro wanted something for speedsoft, he could have just gotten a high capo or made a compact M4 build. Both of which would have been significantly cheaper. I just don't get it. And he's also trying to sell this thing as a build too. Like, no, bro. Keep this shit to yourself. How do you even come up with the idea to make this? This is a revolver pistol, or a pistol on a revolver. You got your regular shitty Springer Beretta just chilling there, and then you're like, I'm gonna glue the whole ass front half of a revolver to this, John. Nah, bro, there's no way you came up with this all by yourself. The flippin' voices told you to do this. This thing would not work, by the way. This MF didn't even take the time to line up the barrel with the revolver, so if he was to shoot a BB, it'd get stuck. I like how he also attached a flashlight to this abomination with an unholy amount of glue. I bet bro was taking nibbles of the glue while he was making this. I will say though, at least this nonsense wasn't done to an actually nice replica. He did it to some shitty Springer. I'm okay with people turning their old shit-ass Springer airsoft guns into cursed guns because at least they're not hurting actual good replicas. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out! This is totally beyond cursed. It's being held together by flipping rubber bands and masking tape. I'm 90% sure that this thing will come apart in your hands, but a PVC stock must be the most ingenious, cheap fix to a broken M4 stock that I've ever seen. I cannot tell you the sheer amount of M4 stocks that I've broken in my lifetime. And I know I can't be the only one. It has to be the overall pick in the airsoft community for shit that gets broken first on an airsoft replica. It's so ghetto, but in a pinch, a PVC stock can clutch it up. And it costs like $5 max. Don't get me wrong. I will still roast anyone I see with a PVC pipe stock. And I would expect the same back. But low-key, if it's an emergency, I get it. What is the obsession with putting an M4 carry handle on shit that really doesn't need a carry handle? It's a pistol. You're doubling the weight of it with these attachments. This is an AAP-01. The kind that has the Glock lower, which kind of controversial opinion, but I personally think looks cursed right out of the factory. I just don't get why you need these stupid-ass attachments on this thing. Some people put these dumb attachments on their gun for a pick, and then they take them off. But you know how I know that's not the case here? Because the whole ass gun is equally dirty, which means he ran the gun like this. Honestly, doing shit like that should qualify you for a mental institution, no cap. First off, I have to say that this is a gorgeous revolver that this guy has. It has to be on the more expensive side of the airsoft market, but he for some reason decided to throw an old gen L can on this John. Yeah, the kick of this thing would probably give you brain damage if you shot it aiming down. But who are we kidding? If you put this thing together all by yourself, chances are you already have brain damage. I want to say that I'm a sucker for old gen optics, so I think this L can is genuinely sick, and it actually seems to be a quality replica of one as well. But these These two really nice, cool things that I like individually, when combined, make something that makes me cringe. It's like combining chocolate and buffalo sauce. Separately, they're good. Together, they're vomit-inducing. And that's what this replica is. This is a build that was sent to me from a viewer called Max the Rider. He calls this thing the Snock. Where do I even start with this thing? This is some shit that if I got in a video game, it would give me extra carry capacity. Obviously, that 8x sniper optic is meant for stargazing mid-game because it's canted upwards at an angle. I also like the fact that he added a red dot, which is also useless because it's being blocked by the bigger optic. If this man just chose one optic, he could have had something for aiming, but no, he needed two, and he somehow put them in the most ridiculous of places, making them both useless. Honestly, the extra mag pouch on the optic is kind of fire. At least it makes reloading a little bit easier. Thank you for sending it in, bro. Definitely one of the builds of all time. If you want your cursed replicas featured in a video, email them to supervisoryeffect@gmail.com for a chance to have them featured in the next cursed airsoft video. This is another replica sent in from a viewer called Awesome Sauce 477, and dude, honestly, this is giving me flashbacks. It's a Fortnite sniper that has an airsoft stand tag mag shoved directly into it. I don't know if this thing works or not, but the sheer energy of it cannot go unappreciated. Oh shit, the Nerf darts ain't doing it. Loads green tip 556. Honestly, this is so wholesome because it gives me flashbacks to when I was a kid and I would do shit like this to my Nerf guns. I love the tape flashlight bro has going on. It's not even straight. Even the cat in this pic is looking at this thing and is like, you really flipping made this, dude. Sick, silly ass build, bro. Keep it up. This is some shit you'd see if COD took place in 1492. So much to unpack here. He's got a replica flintlock with an extended barrel. Extended is putting it mildly. That shit is so long that it could probably pick up cable. You youngins probably don't even know that you needed a long ass antenna to watch TV. What am I saying? People don't even watch TV anymore. He's also got a Temu off-brand red dot being held on the gun by zip ties. How do people even come up with this shit? Like, they look at a flippin' flintlock pistol and say, yo, this jaw need an extended barrel. Man is trying to reach out and touch the scallywags with this one. How do you even categorize this weapon? Is it still a pistol? Is it now a sniper? I don't even know anymore with this community, man. These hop-up listings are getting out of hand. I have never once opened the application hop-up and not seen some absolutely stupid shit. Okay, so this is a Lancer Tactical M4 lower with what seems to be an SR25 upper. Oh god. For you non-gun enthusiasts, this is like having a truck front half and a Porsche back half. That upper looks like it was jammed onto the gun, which makes it even funnier when you consider that the gun is gas blowback. So there's a non-zero chance that this thing just explodes into several pieces the moment he fires it. The optic setup is definitely something. Bro put a red dot in front of his 8x scope like some sort of ghetto rigged magnifier. That's not how it works, dude. He's got a silly long suppressor wrapped in an ungodly amount of paracord, all for $800. Yeah, no. We laugh, but this thing looks like it'd be freaking meta in Tarkov. If anyone ever says that war never changes, send him this clip. Remember Claymore Roomba? Now we got tactical nuke Roomba. If someone breaks into my house, they're getting flipping atomized, along with the entirety of the neighborhood, but that's a small price to pay for home defense. I have a couple questions. How does bro just casually have a small yield bomb in his house? Like, did he steal it from a military base or something? How strong is that flipping Roomba that it's just casually carrying around a several pound bomb? The only thing I know for certain is that the guy who made this for sure got a call from the Department of Homeland Security. Airsofters just refuse to have normal guns. Man could have just bought an M16, but no, he decided to do this to an AK instead. That stock seems like he ripped it off a FAL. I'm not sure if it's an actual AK stock attachment or what, but it looks super uncanny. Next, we have this goofy ass red dot just kind of sticking up. It looks weird, yeah, but think about how hard it would be to actually aim with this thing. You literally have no cheek weld or anything since it's so high off the gun. And of course, you have the flippin' M16 handguard on an AK. It even has the M16 gas block, which leads me to believe that this dude literally just ripped an M16 front off a gun and shoved it on his AK. Of course, he's got a bayonet on there as well, just in case, you know, you gotta stab a speed softer. That's a joke. Believe it or not, I actually like the silly long AK mag he's got on. It's the least heinous attachment on this thing. You know what the worst thing about this build is? It's the fact that since it all has a uniform color, it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that it makes sense together. Not me! I've been doing this shit for way too long to be caught by that. This is giving heavy Chinese Japanese knockoff vibes. It's not an MP5, it's a M99 battle tool for young men and warriors. Bro definitely bought this shit from Chinatown in San Francisco. I should know, I also bought something like this from Chinatown when I was young. This is a freaking MP5K with a big ass M4 stock stuck to it. The stock is legitimately bigger than the gun. And what is this random ass rail system he stuck on this thing? I've legit never seen something like this before. And of course, he's got the 8x scope on there. What is the flippin' obsession with mounting long distance optics on freaking small ass airsoft guns? I've seen like several small airsoft guns with long ass scopes today. I just don't get it. It's not even funny. Honestly, this build somehow manages to quadruple the weight of the airsoft gun. Congrats, bro. You made the least compact and practical SMG possible. This has to be the sickest RDB known to man. I have always had a crush on the RDB. It's one of my dream airsoft guns, and in my opinion, it's the only good looking bullpup next to the MDR. But I never knew why I liked it so much. Now I know. It's because it's basically the Halo battle rifle. How did I never see this before? Bro, props to this dude for seeing its full potential and turning it into a battle rifle. Bro even got the flipping ammo counter on there. This is what happens when airsofters actually apply their awesome skills in combination with the 3D printer for good. But instead, most of them spend their time making Lovecraftian nightmares. I honestly want to get an RDB even more now, knowing that I could do this to it. See, drastically modifying your airsoft guns doesn't always have to be cursed. It could come out really sick like this. Awesome build, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. That's basically it, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment what your goals are this year. 2014 is gonna be my year for real. Okay, guys, have a good day. Remember, you're worth it, and go to the gym.